I think we were a bit more professional. They had huge numbers. They threw people at the issue. Their warrant officer pilot training scheme was enormous, and people got to Vietnam to fly as co-pilots in Vietnam with absolutely minimal experience in the US system, where our guys were, even if we were just off pilot's course, we were relatively more experienced. I don't know, but I suspect that we expected to take more losses, or the hierarchy expected us to do, because when you look back, they were World War II and Korean War people, and they did take a lot of losses. And it didn't happen, I think, as much as anything else, because we were pretty professional. I'm sure people have spoken about the angst between the Army and the Air Force as to what we could do and what we couldn't do, but as a boggy pilot, I never came across that. Maybe we were shielded from it a little bit, but we never knocked back a task just because things were going bad. We didn't say, oh no, quit. But I think we were a small unit, good camaraderie. We knew each other, knew each other's limitations and experience, and that was the difference, I think. That said, of course, they also operated in some appalling conditions. And when I speak to there were 3 of the 4 midshipmen on our course went to helicopters and all served with the 135th in Vietnam, and they had a seriously exciting time. It was an American unit with a bunch of Australian Navy guys in there, and oh, geez, I'm glad I wasn't there. I mean, their flight line wasn't secure at night, so you did a really good pre-flight. One of the Roger Cooper was a gunship pilot, was shot down at least once, twice, I think. He describes how when you've been shot down in a paddy field and there's a whole bunch of bad guys in the tree line, you can actually hide behind the skid. You can get that low. So they did have a much more dangerous environment, I think, as well. But they had a lot of accidents, which were totally unnecessary and did things that were unreasonable.
Gung-ho.
Yeah, gung-ho. And of course, if you didn't in their outfit, then there were always people to put shit on you. But anyway.